Good day, students. This is Mr. Mark Joseph B. Badillo, and welcome back to this subject, Earth and Life Science. We are going to discuss new topic in this subject, and by the way, students, this is our first discussion in this subject. For this day, we are going to discuss theories on the origin of the universe. But before we proceed in our entire discussion, let me present to you our objectives for this discussion. So first is we are going to describe the historical development of theories that explains the origin of the universe. And lastly, we are going to explain the different theories and hypotheses about the origin of the universe. Let me ask you a question. How did everything in the universe came to exist? Earth has witnessed 4.5 billion years worth of sunrises and even sunsets. Every time we see this spectacular view, we begin to ask, where did the sun come from? Where did Earth come from? And how did life flourish on Earth? You will know the answer in this question in our discussion. In an effort to make sense of the universe, humans used religion, traditions, and even philosophy and science to describe its origin and structure. Meaning, there are stories and beliefs passed on from one generation to another, and there are hypotheses and theories continuously being tested and challenged through the use of scientific method. However, humankind's most recent understanding of the universe is built upon previous knowledge and enhanced by integrating data acquired from the latest technology. The following shows how the understandings of the universe has evolved through the years. The narrative from Genesis, one of the books of the Hebrew Bible and Christian Old Testament, describe how God separated light from darkness and created the sky, land, sea, moon, stars, and every living creature in a span of 6 days. The Hindu text Rig Veda describes the universe as an infinitely oscillating universe in which a cosmic egg, or Brahmanda, containing the whole universe, including the sun, moon, planets, and space. And also it expands out of a single concentrated point, that what we call Bendu, and will eventually collapse again. From the 5th to 3rd century BCE, the Greek philosophers would present their own description of the universe. And the Greek philosopher Anaxagoras believed in a primordial universe, which suggests that the original state of the cosmos was a primordial mixture of all its ingredients, which existed in infinitesimal fragments of themselves. The mixture was not entirely uniform. Some ingredients were present in higher concentrations than the others, as well as varying from place to place. At some point, this mixture was set in motion by the action of nous or mind. A whirling motion is sifted and separated the ingredients, ultimately producing the cosmos of separate material objects, all with different properties that we see today. There are two types of models in the universe, and that's heliocentric and geocentric model. When we say heliocentric model, it describes that the sun is the center of the universe, while the geocentric model was stated that the Earth was the center of the universe. there are different hypotheses explaining that the origin. There are theories and hypotheses rather explains the origin of the universe. So first is the atomic universe. Atomic universe composed of tiny, inseparable, and undestructible atoms. All of the objects in the universe are composed of different arrangements of these eternal atoms and an infinite void in which they form different combinations and shapes. The Stoic philosophers of ancient Greek believed that the universe is like a giant living body with the sun and the stars as the most important parts to which all the other parts are interconnected. What happens in one place affects what happens elsewhere. Sir Isaac Newton established his Principia, which described a static steady-state infinite universe, wherein matter on the large scale is uniformly distributed, and the universe is gravitationally balanced but essentially unstable. French philosopher René Descartes outlined a model of the universe with many of the characteristics of Newton's static infinite universe. According to Descartes, the vacuum of space was not empty but rather filled with matter that swirled around in a large and small vortices. His model involved a system of huge whirling. Okay, so what do you call this one? René Descartes outlined a model of the universe with many of the characteristics of Newton's static infinite universe. According to René Descartes, the vacuum of space was not empty but rather filled with matter that swirled around in large and small vortices. His model involved a system of huge swirling whirlpool of fine matter producing what would later be called as gravitational effects. I think that's all for today's discussion. Again, this is Mr. Mark Joseph B. Badillo. If you have questions and clarifications about the said topic, you can ask me a question or even you can comment down below. Thank you for listening. See you on our next discussions. Thank you, God bless, and stay safe always.